This is part 7 of my tomato growing series for 2020 and the final episode. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to go from these to these and show you how to save tomato seeds for next year. Welcome back to Growing Frugal, and if we've not met before, I'm Susan, and on this channel we're all about learning how to live a lower cost life by growing food, by cooking creatively, and just finding simple ways of saving a bit of money. And in this video I wanted to share with you my first experiment in saving tomato seeds properly anyway, and I've done quite a bit of research on how seeds are saved to make them as viable as possible, because it's quite easy to save seeds really simply, or even put slices of tomatoes in the ground. But with these lovely tomatoes that I've been growing this year, I want to give my seeds the best possible chance of germinating and growing again next year. So I'm following the guidance for fermenting seeds, and it's really easy. So let's show you how it's done, and then maybe you can pick some of your best tomatoes and save some seeds with me. And if you're going to do that, remember to subscribe so that we can all come back next year and see if we get any seeds germinated. So let's do it. Let's show you what I've been up to in learning how to save tomato seeds. So I'm going to ferment my seeds in some old jars. So what I'm doing here is just creating a few holes in the jar lid just to let a bit of air in without leaving the jar completely open to the air, and getting rid of any bits of metal as I've drilled, and then that's ready to go. And then to save seeds, choose some of your really healthy and freshly picked tomatoes. These are Jen's Tangerine, and I'm also going to be saving my Grushovka outdoor tomatoes because they're making fantastic tomato sauces. So once you've got them in and washed them, split them in half, and then just squeeze the pips into the jars. And remember to keep your jars separate so you know which pips are which and which seeds you're saving. And once that's done, just get your lids onto your jars and place them somewhere warm for about 3 to 5 days. And as the fermenting process continues, you'll see kind of molds growing on the top. So just give your jars a little shake once or twice a day to keep those down. And then as the jars ferment, the protective gel around the seeds will start fermenting away, and that's what you're looking for. It's quite hard to see actually, so do test after 3 days. So once you can see that there's been some changes there, add some fresh water and agitate the seeds, get them nice and clean, and then you're removing any of the pulp that's left over until your water's clear, and then do a final sieve just to rinse any remaining pulp away, and you're left with your seeds. And once you've got to that stage, you can just flip your sieve over and put the seeds out onto a plate, and don't use kitchen roll for this because they will really stick. And then once they're on the plate, take a spatula or something soft and just spread the seeds out a bit so they're more or less in a single layer. And then I'd say label your plate. So then just let your seeds dry for 5 to 7 days, and every day or so just give them a little push around gently with your finger so that they're not clumping together and keeping them from sticking to the plate. And then all you need to do is to bag them up and keep them away from any moisture, and ideally in a dark and cool place, and they will be ready to sow next year. So that's it. My seeds are saved, and we won't know until next year whether I've done it in such a way that they will grow. So hopefully you'll be back here next year with me, and I'll be sowing them around March, I should think, and we'll see if any of them germinate. So in the meantime, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.